wonder why. Oh, nothing new. Wait, can you add the flint knock pistol?
Oh, yeah.
What will we take out?
Pick up the eagle or the sprint.
The eagle.
No, eagle. Sprinting on. While you're there.
Look, I'm actually good. I can kind of do stair, wall, floor, stair. I can do it occasionally. Yeah. You don't?
I didn't have a deal with that. Here, I'll replace the spray. Don't worry, I got you back. No. What's the best flint knock pistol?
Green.
Green?
Green.
Wow, that.
It does 90 damage, but it can break through anything. It can almost break through anything.
No, I should just be aiming the chest. Because then you can, so then, you know what happens? It doesn't, like, mess it up, you know?
I am awesome builder.
Aiden, what I want you to do is to go high up in the air and start falling. Just do it. Just go high, fly up in the air. Fly. Okay, fall. Fly up again.
Are you
Aid
gonna
your teammates fall down as well. Go.
Oh wow, it fell in perfect order.
Wait, we're on team.
Destiny Royale.
Now we're cheap, Tito. You're picking up my stuff.
I only have one. with the new flint knock? Oh.
You know, until this day, I never picked one up.
I was playing around in Playground with one. They're fun.
I'm saying I've never picked it up until now.
Are they good?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they block fall damage too.
Yeah, if you shoot at the right time. Nice one, Chief.
Wait, where did I hit you?
You didn't even shoot me off. Just shot past me.
You default. I wanted to see you use the controller.
Ow! You want tiny hero?
What? You blew through all my builds. And I'm just... I called Carson a hacker. Me doing terrible.
That
Oh wow, you're so nice.
Oh!
What?
I'm low HP.
What?
Just shot blood.
You weren't looking at me whatsoever.
I shot your blood.
No, get out of my game.
You're mad. Why
Wow.
when you press control, it does the purple
Ah.
It triggers me without overtime and we're gonna press control. It's not gonna run.
We're flex there, okay? No!
We're not gonna have anything else. We can't do that.
Okay.
Oh!
I'm so close to dying.
Want to die.
What? Where?
Above you.
Who's that first aid kit?
Huh?
Who's that first aid?
Okay, give them to your friend. Aiden, why'd you back him? Here.
I don't know. I don't know why he joined.
And Aiden, can you kick him?
No.
Why, Aiden? You know he is obviously
No, because he never joined our party. He
What?
just joined the creative server.
You're a creative part, you
No, because it only says that you're in my party.
I can clearly. Wow.
Should have jumped out the back. I'm out. I knocked out all your shield and 70 health. That's insane.
Why are you rushing down this?
Came off I went down the stairs like a normal human being. I was not running down the stairs.
You're rushing down the stairs.
No, I wasn't.
Rush.
I gotta do my laundry, bitch.
Yeah, you were hopping and hopping as you were running down.
Are you saying I'm out of shape as though I'm huffing and puffing when I go down the set of stairs?
No.
That's what you just said.
Are you serious?
Here.
Where are you, Aiden?
Right there.
Okay, do you have multiple Daddy boys?
No. I can't do 90s.
I got high ground now.
Don't care. Now we got that again, boy. Well. How? Hidden reload time.
Alright, sweaty nerd.
Did you actually just do that?
I wanted to show you something else, but no. I went to edit these all the time. You guys just sit up there, hold their line. Yeah, you can sit up there and build. I'm gonna stay down here.
I don't even know where you are.
Come here.
We hit each other.
What?
Yeah, I popped him. Oh my god. I'm so lucky you missed that shot.
Watch him run
Yeah.
You want your sweater to wash?
Yes, please.
You're so lucky I'm not dancing on you.
Wait, do run the other way. I can see you.
I opened something.
What are you doing?
I opened that. I keep on accidentally opening it. Oh, you hit that time. What are you doing? Why is this so hard?
What? Headshot. Check west. Only range.
I don't have my bar. It doesn't tell me. It won't let me. It won't let me back. No.
No, literally shoot, bro. It's broken. Game's broken. I have 24 kills, by the way.
Awesome. I saw that.
Yes.
You're so close to dying. You shot your own wall. I know I'm bad.
Now you're ruining your spot.
I know. Oh my god, no. No! Let me out! No! Question mark? I don't know. Arresting the baby! What?
Oh!
I love this gun.
I love it. Yeah, you can go down the left spot. And sit back there.
You hit me.
Yeah, you shot back this way, but I shot you back. Where?
Where?
You shot me on the wall, not me. Okay, now you're just ruining the story.
Yeah, it's on purpose. I was trying to hit you back.
Oh!
What are you popping off?
You see how this works?
I'm done. It was a 2-0 death run. You come to the start. There's also the temple run. Okay, we need to work together.
Wait, I've seen this. This is from Sunday. Sunday plays this.
Okay, I'll be player 1.
Well, did Sunday play this?
I don't know.
Don't you say? You usually land in the sun.
Yeah, Sunday
Can you
plays
clean
this.
some of this up,
Yeah,
please?
that's what they both at you. Ready?
Huh? Okay, yeah, I will.
Nice. Here. Ready? I'm throwing. You gotta jump. Oh, bad.
Okay,
Okay, wait. I need to clean up the front. Just wait.
Hi, Dougie. You're such a good boy. Aren't ya? Oh, you're all warm. Huh? You're super warm. Fold blankets. What? 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 Ow! Ow! What's wrong with you?
Okay, I'll be player 2 now.
Hey! Hey! Craxy! Stop it! You done? Hey! Hey! Hey!
Okay, I'm ready.
You giant pain in the ass. Stop it. No. You okay? Ow! Ow!
I can come over there with you.
Ow! Stop!
I didn't mean to.
Stop it! Are you okay? Yours bugging you or what?
No, it was blocking me. This is hard. Well, you're not throwing one.
Well, you're in the way.
Can you shoot that guy? I think I was supposed to save that for you. Yeah, I was supposed to save the impulse for you. Okay, I need you to kill the guy. Or no, wait. How do I get you across?
Just grab extra. What do you do? Duh.
Look at it. He lying in the sun. I said hi. He walked up, I fed him, and he started fucking barking and biting.
Go in. He said he saw there was some perhaps a window shutter which had been closed was now likely somewhat open. But though the door had been left Oldfield now noticed that the door was half open, and he heard a noise in there, which he thought was just a noise of somebody turning over in bed, perhaps. And then he went away.
I see what I'm supposed to do.
But is it possible that the sound Oldfield heard and the likelihood that the shutter was open indicated that an abductor was at that very moment in the children's womb? Or did Oldfield's check perhaps occur just after Akemi left, likely through the window of the apartment, picking Matt?
I don't think the game wants you to land on it.
In 2013, Operation Grange went into their work. They were sending letters of request for information to
Okay,
31
you ready?
countries about the use of mobile phones in and around the time that Madeline had disappeared.
Ken Jerry remained very grateful to the Metropolitan Police for the fantastic work that Operation Grange continues to do.
Bill talked about having already done 2,000 actions and that they had more than twice that number still to be done.
Well, we've identified 194 possible opportunities.
And another aspect that seems to me very important are different stances. Might be the same fair-haired man, might be a different fair-haired man.
Well, there is a number of
I like that one.
incidents online, both the day that Madeline went missing and the days leading up to her disappearance, where one man or two were seen lurking around the apartments. Now, there may be a completely innocent explanation for that, but we really need the public to help us to identify who these men are.
There appeared to be individuals who had been seen by witnesses lurking around the McCann's apartment that week. A young girl of only 12 had spotted a man leaning against the wall very near apartment 5A. He was thin, light hair, had a badly pockmarked face, she thought. Another woman staying at the Asian Club that week spotted a man who she described in a very similar way. A man with a badly ugly pockmarked skin lurking around the road outside the McCann's apartment.
Police in the UK are now appealing to any other families who may have had similar incidents on their holidays to get in touch, whether they previously reported them or not.
If you were looking from the Tappers Bar,
Yep.
our apartment was on the far left-hand side, and the McCann's was the last apartment on the right-hand side. On that Thursday, my sister and I were walking down here. She was walking just slightly in front of me, and then she stopped and looked back at me and motioned with her head. And it was here that we saw the two men.
One through one.
I called up my sister and I said, "What was that about?" She said, "What? Two single blonde men on their own."
I want to see you do.
Which just made me chuckle, but they were wrongly placed. And that was that. Until later that day when we had heard the murder was taken. It was only then piecing back who were these guys.
That's probably.
It was quite clear that nobody was living in the apartment at the time, or it wasn't rented out. There were leaves on the terrace, and the general closed up for the winter kind of look. But when the chaps were there, the gate was slightly ajar,
We're done with this.
and the leaves were exactly where they were. The curtains were still drawn exactly how they were.
No, we're not doing this.
They hadn't come
Well, no.
through the front door, which was obviously on the other side, where the car park is. So they had to have come up through the gate and onto the terrace. As I knew subsequently, obviously, is from that terrace you can look straight over the wall.
Fine. I'll be
Should be
player
more
2 this time, okay?
When I was back in the UK, by then my Madeline helpline was up, so I phoned, and that actually then led to them contacting and coming and doing their interviews here, which was long. I think it was about 8-hour interview with the police. They can't be the only people who saw them, surely. My theory, then it fits for me that they must have been there for one reason, which was to take Madeline because of the timing.
Our appeal that we've brought to the public today has got a number of really interesting dynamics in
stand on the
terms
edge.
of the blonde, fair-haired males apparently lurking around the apartments. So we
Good job.
really need the public to stop and pause, look at the information, see if they can help us.
Yeah. And I'm gonna throw it.
A dramatic new line of inquiry for police investigating the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. They're now looking for a man suspected of sexually assaulting 5 young girls in Portuguese holiday resorts. The man,
Yeah, I'm
described as a
throwing it.
lone intruder, attacked the girls in their beds. 2 of them in Praia da Luz, the very resort where
3 families coming forward with stories of the lone intruder, incidents that had been reported to Portuguese police but had not been passed on to the yard.
One startling element is the sheer number of cases in which there was evidence that a sexual predator had been active in the area prior to this, within 40 miles of where Madeleine McCann disappeared.
Why does this have to be impulses?
British police investigating, they found that there had been no less than 28 cases, and typically the sexual predator had been making his way into houses that were owned by or rented by British tourists. One case that we came across, the parents of the children had been asleep in their bedroom with the door closed, and their 2 daughters, an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old, had been asleep in a next door room. He come in and had laid down on the bed of the younger child. From what the little girls told their parents afterwards, the man had come into the room
I had to
wearing
shoot someone.
a sort of medical mask. The child had said, "Is that you, Daddy?" He was speaking English, saying yes, but sounding like a foreigner.
The offender himself is described as having
But I'm dead.
dark skin, dark as in tan skin, short black unkempt hair. We know that he spoke to the children largely when he did speak in English.
And he had a funny smell about him that just said it wasn't Daddy.
In 4 serious cases, he has sexually assaulted young white female children whilst they're in their bedrooms. These children are between the ages of 7 to 10 years of age, and obviously this is a serious matter that we need to understand more about. Once we've identified this offender, we need to be able to prove or disprove whether these offences and that offender is connected to the disappearance of Madeleine McCann.
She's been missing now for nearly 7 years.
I don't
The
have any
detectives are working
more.
yet
It's
another
7
possible
times
lead.
2.
When we made inquiries about these sexual assaults to the Mark Warner Company, who ran the Ocean Club at that time, we were told that they didn't comment on whether or not they had been aware or knew of these sexual assaults at the time. Likewise, when we sent a letter to the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, they declined to comment, saying they were not then commenting on any such cases. In 2007, in the Algarve, the consul, when asked about the matter, said it had not been their job to give any such warnings. And I think we asked the question, if we have consular alerts at all, then why wasn't something as serious as the possibility of child sexual predator being around? Why wasn't that posted in any kind of a warning by the British Foreign Office? Would they have left their children alone had they known there was a sexual predator about? It seems highly unlikely that they or any other parent would.
Deciding to haven't had sufficient attention, perhaps. The 10:45 p.m. on the night that Madeleine disappeared, a car was seen by a British witness looking
Want me to
into
just
the
tell
back
you
of
the
the
green
car.
numbers?
And he recognized her, knew the couple, and he knew that the woman very much wanted to have a child and apparently had been unable to have a child. And they were going in the rough direction of the nearby marina, and at 6 a.m. a man called George Brooks, who ran a little pizza business, was on his way to work in his car, and it was still dark. And down by the marina in Lagos, his light suddenly picked up a couple, one of whom were carrying a baby, and they seemed to be very disturbed by the fact that he picked them up in his light. He says you could tell from their posture that they were trying to carry the child without anyone seeing it, and they were extremely disturbed when I caught them in my headlights. He reported that very early on to the local police, but it wasn't followed up until the next year. Possibly that was a real chance that was missed. These are all possible lines of investigation for the detectives of Operation Grange.
Also, Kate McCann later revealed she learned something that literally became the stuff of her nightmares. The McCann party felt very lucky because the morning after their arrival in Praia da Luz, one of the group, Rachel Oldfield, had managed to go down to the tapas restaurant and organize a block booking for the group for the week at 8:30 p.m. every night. They felt it was the easiest place to have dinner while leaving the children sleeping in their own apartments.
The rule was that in order to book a table at the tapas restaurant, you need to book in the morning. But we could never get on because it was only a small amount of covers. I remember thinking, hang on, how's this fair that these people are pre-booked? But I think due to the size of the McCann party, they allowed them to pre-book and the week.
Yes.
A year later, while going through the newly released Portuguese police files, Kate McCann came across a copy of the reservation book for the restaurant. And the note next to the booking indicated that the reason the parents wanted to dine at that time every night was that they would be leaving their children alone in the apartments. And the book, where the entry had been made, was visible in plain sight in the restaurant. Kate McCann wrote that she was hugely dismayed by this fact. She felt that it would have served as a green light to a potential abductor.
Oh, I see how you do this one. Grab that sneaky coin.
I've always argued to law enforcement you don't close any file on a missing child case until the child is either found or until we know with certainty what happened to them.
At 2:30 a.m., police say a man slipped into a window at this Federal Heights home and kidnapped 14-year-old Elizabeth Smart at gunpoint. Her 9-year-old sister was the only witness.
I know, I was just showing you what I had.
On scene immediately, a 2-hour window gives the opportunity for anyone to be away from this area.
As search teams go for the woods, roads, and creeks of Washington County, this mother waits for word of a clue about what happened to her little boy. Sean Hornbeck vanished.
I know kids just don't vanish without a trace. There's something out there, there's somebody out there that knows something or has something, and all they need to do is come forward.
Because in most of these cases, the abductor is not taking the child to kill. He's taking the child for another purpose.
Jessie Lee Dugard, here seen enjoying a fishing trip near her home in eastern California, was just 11 when she was forced
I'm going
to a
backwards.
stranger's car. Neighbors helped keep media attention focused on the case. There was a high-profile investigation, but despite a few false sightings, the trail went cold.
We only tried that twice, okay?
The goal was to use technology to keep these cases alive, to provide new hope for parents and new leads for law enforcement. We said at the time, wouldn't it be great if we could actually find one of these kids?
Okay, so there's a small one right here.
You see the problem there?
small
Look
one.
to your right, you can see the colors.
For aging the photographs of long-term missing children is it doesn't do much good to circulate the photograph.
Yeah, I know, that's for me,
3-year-old,
but then
if
if you
she'd
look,
now
there's
be
different
13,
shades on
14
the
years
wall.
old.
Different shades of colors on
Young
the wall.
children's
And yours
faces
and
change very quickly. As you
so
can
you
see,
tell me.
she has her mother's jawline. She has her mother's mouth. It's striking. She has her mother's dimples.
That's me as well, isn't it?
This is you as well. Exactly.
Say hi, mommy.
For a lot of searching parents, it's their child. So they get their child back after
And then
2
just one
years,
that's
5 years, 10
straightforward.
years, 20 years, if only in an image.
It's a very emotional thing,
Like
really, to
straightforward,
see my
diagonally
daughter
across.
in a different way to how I remember her. So if I'm honest, initially it was quite upsetting. And then I started to look at features. And I thought, well, that's definitely Madeline. And that bit's Madeline. And
You're meant to be. No, you're not meant to be there.
The public to adjust their thinking so they're not looking for a
I'm not
literal
gonna do that until after.
3-year-old.
Yeah, you can help me and tell me what to do.
Every
If I
day,
jump there, then.
Kid Jerry McCann
So
get out of
third,
bed
like here,
and they look after their 2 children, Sean and Annalie.
a bit from
And
here.
they're fueled, I believe, by hope. There's huge hope
Okay, then just
to be
jump
had
forward
with the
again.
advances
And
in
then
technology.
diagonal jump.
Year on year, DNA is getting
Forward
better.
jump.
Year on year, other technologies, including facial
Diagonal
recognition,
jump.
are getting better. And as we use that
And then
technology
just a
to
forward,
revisit
mini
and
jump
review
forward.
that which we captured in the past, there's every
Then just
likelihood
jump onto
that
this.
something we already know will slip into position.
Good afternoon. I'm Charles
I'm
Dixon
Maddie
at ABC
now.
News. There is a story that has broken
You
this
messed me
afternoon
up.
that I
Oh,
suspect
you gonna
comes
tell me
under
to
the
just
heading
walk there?
of a miracle. 14-year-old Elizabeth Smart was abducted from
Goofy
her
head
home,
on.
and everyone had pretty much given up hope that she would ever be found alive. Witnesses apparently spotted her in the car of a man who has been the subject of a police search for some time, saying they thought they had seen Elizabeth Smart in his car. Police descended on the scene, stopped the car.
There are many,
Okay,
many
then
cases
jump
we
forward
can point
once.
to in which children have been
Diagonal
found,
jump.
have come home alive after months, after years. J.C. Dugard in California, abducted, waiting for a school bus, recovered 18 years later.
J.C. Dugard, who was kidnapped at age 11 and held for 18 years.
Police are searching a house near San Francisco. The man is a registered sex offender. He and his wife were detained after walking into a police station with a younger woman, who later told officers
My
she
hope is the best way out these
Okay,
years
where?
is to recover her and prosecute these people, and now to get her back alive. It's like winning the lotto, you know. So if we get her back alive, she sounds like she's okay.
Sean Hornbeck hadn't seen his family since he vanished more than 4 years ago, when he was an 11-year-old boy outside riding his bike.
I still feel like I'm in a dream, only this time it's a good dream. It's not my nightmare that I've lived for 40 years.
After Sean vanished, his family created a foundation to help find missing children. They never stopped searching until police called with the news they've been waiting for.
He's alive, and those were the sweetest words.
The key to finding Sean was a white truck. On Thursday, a resident of this apartment complex spotted a white truck there and alerted police.
The 3 Cleveland girls, missing 10 years. Baby abducted from the hospital in New York, who identified herself 23 years later, after having been raised by the abductor. The mother of that child never gave up hope. There have been cases in the United States in which witnesses, people who have information, haven't come forward for decades. And then one day provide information that helps lead to the resolution of a case.
Elizabeth Smart is now an accomplished 20-year-old. She listened as her father described how he hoped their story had comforted, even inspired the McCanns.
As I spoke with Kate, she said to me that she had some dreams, and that she felt that Madeline was there and that she was going to come back. And I told her
hardcore, guys.
keep the faith.
I have
keep hope alive.
Previously, the individual with sexual interest in a prepubescent child typically felt aberrant, isolated, alone. Suddenly, with the advent of the internet, he discovers he's part of the world again.
You couldn't walk into your local bar or restaurant or club and say, look, I'm a paedophile and I'm going out tonight. You know, a few kids in who want to come with me. You'd end up, you know, in your local accident and emergency for a long weekend. However, on the internet, you can do that. You can go into those dark places. You can say, this is who I am and this is what I do.
I think we
and
just
you
have
need
to make
better
it
about
without
who you are because there's so many others. This online. They are symptoms of a problem, not about technology, but about people who will exploit and abuse children.
Wait, we both have Save the World.
There
We
is
should
no
go play
doubt
that.
that human trafficking is a massive, massive problem.
They are a commodity. In 2016, you have between 0 and 12 years old, you have 124 cases, and between 13 years old and 17 years old, 1,543 missing children cases. So more to compare versus these cases are worrying. They are few. It's a fact. But they were not solved. That is also a fact.
How lucky they are to have a parent who loves and cares for them. And as you step out of bed, think about those children who would love to have a parent that cared for them, a carer who loved and looked after them. Think about those children trapped in these images, and do what you can to lobby and press to make sure that more money is invested in making sure we can protect the most vulnerable in our society.
It's something that our society hides. It showed me a part of the human being that I didn't know. It showed me a monster.
Nobody wants to look into those dark spaces and places where this type of abuse takes place. God knows those people that work in this environment don't want to do that. And once you have, you realize that no ordinary person who hasn't had to have seen it will ever want to go there.
I've done thousands of cases.
Really?
The Madeleine case, I've seen the worst things a human being can
There's
see.
a new battle now.
The worst. I was hoping to find some clue, something about Madeleine. But also it was a dead end. Nobody knew anything about the girl. Nobody. At that point, you lose humanity, and you lose everything at that point. So finally, at the end, I got all the emails, all the files, put a report and took it to the National Police.
What you see is what you get. Oh yeah.
Métodos 3 es una empresa de detectives privados. Se encontraron con material que era de petróleo.
Oh, that's a nice
Y empezamos a investigar. investigar
I just got
qué
two
personas estaban
legendary
distribuyendo
llamas.
ese vídeo que era de contenido pedófilo en esa red. La primera operación se llamaba Lolita P. Mix. Nosotros lo que hicimos fue comprobar los hechos.
I gave him the evidence and the line of investigation, and they only had to pull the string.
You want to trade?
Al final fueron 23 personas imputadas, 13 detenidos.
That's the best thing that came from this case. The thing that I'm most proud of.
Algunas de esas investigaciones pueden llevar a detectar a esos menores y separarlos de los verdaderos agresores.
In 2 days, my daughter is going to be 4 years old, which is the age that Marilyn McCann disappeared. The need to know the truth keeps me going forward.
I can craft
There's always something left to do.
I don't have enough mats.
Till you find her.
I need 30. Ironically, you have a lot. Okay, yeah, let's
I've
trade up my home
always
base.
wanted to be a human rights lawyer. The vanishing of Madeleine McCann woke me up to other cases, and I started to look for them, and I found them. In Portugal, we had in 2016 more than 1,000 cases of sexual abuse, more than 500 in child pornography. So every day the judiciary police is fighting against this new wave of criminality.
When you say child pornography, the general public will think of the Lolita, the barely legal site. It's where their brain allows them to go because their brain doesn't want to take them to the 2, 3, and 4-year-old being brutally abused, being violated. Nobody wants to go there because once you go, you cannot come back. And I remember on occasions when we had stories that we really wanted to get out to the media, some newspapers coming back saying, look, we've already done our paedophile story this month. There's only so much our readers can take. I remember doing, interviews with radio programs that are really heavyweight and serious, but they didn't want you to mention particular things because we don't want people to go there. The problem is, the children who are captured and trapped in these images are already there. I don't see where we're investing in things that make a difference. If this was counter-terrorism, we'd be declaring war on these people. We would be throwing billions of pounds, not millions of pounds at them. We'd be engaging from the classroom through to every business in the world, and we'd be collaborating in ways that we only do around CT, counter-terrorism.
Yes.
So there needs to be a wake-up call. For me, the case that really brought this type of work into focus involved an international investigation. We had a colleague who had captured an image from a group that they had infiltrated, and they got the image of this child and sent it to us because they believed the child was in the UK. One of my own children was at that age, at that time, and so you are totally engaged with
when you're ready to start the
the
fight,
search.
select Expand
You're
Shield
desperate
from the Storm
for
Shield
news.
console.
And as time went on and more images were discovered and we began to see the levels of brutality involved. When I was coming down the escalator in Gatwick Airport in London, when I received the phone call.
What happened, Pasito?
I have special trading boxes.
What, for you to stand?
When I received the phone call to say that
whenever
that child had been
comes, they
found,
always add like a new addition.
and coming down the escalator, had you spoken to me, I couldn't have replied. I was literally so overcome with the emotion. After it, I probably became more relentless and less compromising. I absolutely believe that in my lifetime we will find out what happened to Madeleine McCann.
Somebody knows what's happened to Madeleine McCann.
Detectives hunting for Madeleine McCann have been given more money to keep on
Like,
searching.
look, this is how you train this stuff. Let's say I want to train that gun. I place it down there, then unedit this and this, and re-edit them on each side so that people can grab their gun. But I've lost my gun. But
every year that we held my vigil in Pride Deluge, Kate would send a message.
Yeah, because that one seems a little bit dumb. The one where
This was 10 years in this past May. We knew that we had to be there for the 10th anniversary. She sent a note to the community that was gathered, mostly to thank them for their presence and to thank them for continuing to hope. To our dear friends, 10 years without Madeleine.
Here, wait. I want to show you my inventory. I'm not proud of it.
What?
10 years without Madeleine. If I'd let that thought even enter my head back in May 2007, I wouldn't have lasted another day. And now, a decade on, it is still inconceivable.
That's awesome.
How can it be? Our little girl who brought us the gift of parenthood, 10 years on.
You joined? Okay. I have a gun that you probably want to train for.
And the hurt that has come our way, we have been very fortunate, having witnessed and experienced goodness and kindness in great abundance during this long and difficult period.
I never
stolen time.
And that's why. That's why you scammer gets scammed.
They would obviously send them.
We are especially grateful to our friends and supporters in Luge for being
And
strong
if they
enough and brave enough
always
to keep Madeleine and our family in your prayers and in your hearts. Your love and compassion has given us fortitude over the years. It sustained our home in immeasurable amounts.
Why? What happened? Did you know I made a hoverboard racetrack?
So bad.
And so, thank you for everything.
Mine just goes around my face.
But above all, for
Mine's in
not
my
giving up on
stolen face
Madeleine.
since I don't use it.
We are in.
I'm
With
not.
our love
I'm in
and our
kind
very best wishes. Kate, Jerry, Madeline, Sean, and Emily, and all of our family.
Dude! The Epic Game is not coming to my house.
You're missing for 11 years. Did you steal her cord? What?
Who stole it?
Did you steal her?
No. Did they find it?
What?
They're still looking for it?
Yes, I told you that.
Right.
Joey?
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish knitting this. I have no idea how to put this together. It's just gonna sit. All done.
Maybe someone else is playing on your account?
What's happening?
Epic Games like restricted my account to play Save the World.
That's
When I
weird.
bought it. Well, no, my dad, he had bought the Super Deluxe and then gave me the standard edition code.
Uh-huh.
And now it's not.
Oh.
It worked before.
That's weird. Who wants to play some canasta?
Whoa! Look at this.
No two sprouts can get the nutrients they need growing so close together. See, when you have two plants,
called Twin Sanity.
Hi, I'm Leanne Hart, and I'm Celeste Hart. And together, we're one heart. You may recognize my sister and I from our successful Encino location. We're spreading our mission of oneness and movement even wider with this brand new state-of-the-art studio here in Santa Monica, offering all kinds of yoga at all levels: Bikram, Ashtanga, restorative, and Vinyasa flow. Set to the latest tunes to keep you moving and grooving. If you fall, we'll be right here to catch you.
Wait. You want to lose that, right? Celeste? The scar? Yeah, let's axe the handstand.
Are we sure about the music? Is it maybe a little too aggressive?
It's what sells. Nobody likes that hokey, traditionalist shit. It's not hokey, it's spiritual. It's not our brand. Let's focus, okay? This is important.
All right.
Our grand opening is July 5th, featuring the award-winning teachings of my sister, Celeste. All day we'll be offering free classes, consultations, refreshments, and discounts. Are we forgetting to mention something? July 5th is our birthday. We'd love to celebrate with you, so come on down. We can't wait to add a little oomph and a little all to your home.
I feel like, can we reorder the clips? Start with the grand opening announcement and then add the details. I don't barely believe it. What are you doing? Cash.
We have been at this nitpicking for 10 hours now. That's not including the last 2 weeks. All of which you still haven't paid me for.
No. This needs to be locked today.
Then pay me. It's been 2 weeks. My wife just had a baby. I'm done.
Cash, please. Our projected income at this new location through the roof. We're talking Santa Monica.
You can't front me anything.
We're all in right now.
That's supposed to make me feel better.
Well, look, I barely. What's wrong? Mom's dead. Is that me or you? Me. Remember? You hated giving speeches. We killed it. Mom was the only one who could tell us apart. I loved it. Kennedy High never knew what hit him. You and Jack. He was obsessed with you. But
he still lives around the block at his mom's. And I always liked you better. I recall breaking up with plenty of guys for you in college. Yeah, but they were all losers. Hungry? Yeah, is there any pizza left? We are not eating more pizza. I'll have to roll you back to LA. I'll cut up some pineapple. Do you remember the night I fell down the stairs? To this day, couldn't sleep. Got up to see if Mom was awake, like always. I was in the hospital. I was supposed to go to camp, remember? It's gonna be the first time we're all there. I was so excited. Where were you? What happened? To my executives, to my sole beneficiaries, to my beautiful daughters. The only thing that makes this a shred easier is knowing we've got each other, that you'll protect each other. To you, to find happiness, to invest in yourselves, to fund your dreams, and know that I'm always a part of it. Follow your heart's path. I'll be there waiting. Mom's always calling it her grandchild. She's my baby. I'm so proud of it. So proud of us.
But Preston, I want you to try mine.
We're unstoppable.
Try my Everword course right now. Come here.
The big
Wait, I'm not done.
I need to try it.
You guys want to go to the mall?
No, I want to go to the mall.
What?
I want to go to the mall.
You want to go to the mall?
Yeah. Dude, you said you want me to try it. My back hurts. Is there water still there? No.
Oh. No, he put your glass in the dishwasher. You can just grab a new one.
Oh, but can I have a non-sugar Coke? Or maybe a Mountain Dew?
Can I have one?
Can I have a Mountain Dew?
Yes, you may.
You looked at me weird.
Yeah, it's in Mountain Dew, but I say you can have it. I'm the boss.
Can I have one?
A Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Sure. Mountain Dew for all! Liam, sweetheart,
Broadcasting gameplay in micro. You know you have microphone audio on.
I said go get dressed. You're wearing pajamas. Okay, well then you can turn it off and we go to the mall. Why
I want to go to the mall. I want to. And don't worry, I prepared myself for this because I brought money in my EB game.
Okay, so let's go.
No!
Let's do it.
I prepared myself for this. I literally have money in the back of my phone.
The back of your phone?
Yeah. In the back of my phone. In the case.
Oh, like put it
Yeah, and I have my EB Games card upstairs.
Liam, you've been playing video games for quite a while now.
I want to.
Well, we are going, and I'd say you could go to Maxie's, but they're at IKEA. So you have to come with us. I just have to finish this row, and it'll take me just a minute. started to watch this weird twin movie. Aiden. Finish it up.